Hello again. Welcome to the third edition of For the Benefit of Advanced Minds. That's there. Today, or now rather, because it's actually only a bit later on, talking about the poo film. That's what we want to talk about because you can see I'm on the toilet, but I'm trousered, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm not actually here to do a poo, but I am here to talk about a film about poo. Now, it's not a popular topic, and I think there's a lot of obvious reasons why people don't like talking about poo. Because, for example, it's poo, and that means it's grim and pooey. But there's a lot to it as well. If you think about poo, there's the obvious fact that everyone has to do it. There's the other obvious fact that you get born with poo all over you. Most of the time you get born with poo all over you. Not everyone does. I wasn't. I was a C-section. I'm special, I'm different, and I don't like being covered in poo. But I know most of you guys do, and have been there. And you were brought into the world via lots of bits of poo. And I think it's an interesting topic of discussion because not just because of the sort of stigma, or the difficulty, not just because it's a hard thing to talk about, but people find it easier to talk about death than they do to talk about poo. And frankly, which one's better for you? If you don't poo regularly, you get into trouble. People have lots of different things that come out when they do poos, different ways of pooing. Shapes of poo, consistencies, textures. For example, why do some people take, maybe even up to a week to do a poo? And other people, they just eat and poo straight away. On that topic, just for the record, I believe that pooing is a lot like those little multicoloured pencils you get from the Christians, where they've got like a row of maybe 10 different colours, small nibs, and you push the nib out that you don't want to use, you push it at the top end of the pen, and the next coloured nib comes through, and so you keep cycling through. And meals are like that. If you have like a red meal, for example, and then later on in the day you have an orange meal, and then a yellow meal, and then the next day you have a green meal, you haven't pooed during any of that time, that seems unlikely for me, but each to their own. If you poo if you eat the red meal, by the time you put the green meal in, the red meal comes out. And then you eat a blue meal, and then the orange meal comes out. So it's like a chain of poo. Oops. Anyway, that and many other topics can be discussed in a movie about poo. You would have quite a sort of, I think it would be an action film. And anybody who's got any suggestions about what the content of the film could be like, feel free to add them to our page, or wherever this is going, or just tell me them, and we'll maybe write it in to the script. Any suggestions on lead actors and stars? Also greatly appreciated. I think maybe we could use... Well, I don't know. For now, we'll leave that up in the air because I don't want to accidentally insult or offend anybody by suggesting they're in a movie about poo. But at the same time, it's going to be groundbreaking and interesting.